We have a major problem in our society with more people that are overweight and obese than ever before, and the numbers keep going up, especially for our children. We need a new system and a new mindset when it comes to how we fuel our body. Diabetes, heart disease, and cancer rates have risen in the last 5 decades and continue to climb. But the truth is out there. Despite the evidence before us, such as our collective society being fatter than ever, the idea that saturated fat is unhealthy and that low-fat whole grains are a wholesome alternative is still widely accepted. For example, the American Heart Association made a statement in June of 2017 claiming that dietary saturated fats and cholesterol are unhealthy and should be largely avoided. What are people eating instead though? Processed vegetable oils, inflammatory carbs, and added sugars? I'm no conspiracy theorist, but it cannot be a coincidence that much of the funding for the American Heart Association comes from corporations that profit from the sale of processed foods. You see, your cells must make energy to perform their various functions to make life itself possible. And within all of our cells, we have factories called mitochondria. These mitochondria, I know it's a big word, but you probably learned it at some point in your life, possibly like a biology class you were taking in middle school or something like that. And these mitochondria are constantly working to create energy to meet all of our cellular needs. You see, the body's energy currency comes in the form of a molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or we're just shortening it to ATP. That's really at the lowest level, that's where energy comes from. And the mitochondria within every cell in your body metabolize either glucose, again, that's sugar. So they either break down sugar or they break down these molecules called ketones to form this critical energy molecule. And when your body switches to burning ketones for energy, you move into a metabolic state known as nutritional ketosis. You achieve ketosis after a prolonged period of low insulin. So we've got to get the insulin levels. Remember, that's the fat storage hormone that takes sugar out of the bloodstream. We've got to get that low, and we also need low blood sugar levels. So based on what we understand about cellular energy metabolism, ketones can create much higher amounts of energy per molecule than glucose can. So this means when your body begins to convert fat into ketones, those ketones become a much more reliable and sustainable energy source than glucose. In fact, many people report feeling much more stable when they go into ketosis, meaning they no longer experience brain fog, extreme hunger, severe cravings, extreme mood swings, or even post-meal energy crashes. Another appealing aspect of ketosis is that burning fat for fuel doesn't create the same insulin and blood sugar response that burning sugar does.
One of the things I actually miss about not being on keto is I can't nap. I get too much energy. I love naps. I love to, come home from work, have a nap, and lay there. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. I'm just, I'll do something when I get home, and it's just, life has really changed dramatically.
Sometimes it almost is startling how much my mind is working and how everything seems to be intuitive. It's just firing very well. I also used to take naps, and for the last 7 or 8 years, I started taking naps almost every day, sometimes an hour, hour and a half. It was wonderful. I felt great because of it. It kind of rejuvenated me. I don't do that anymore.
So how do we go about following a ketogenic diet? Well, in order to follow a ketogenic diet, it's a high-fat diet. So we're looking to get about 60 to 75% of our calories from fat, particularly, obviously, the healing fats that we just discussed. About 20 to 35% of our calories are gonna come from protein. Some people, depending on how much muscle tissue they have, the more muscle, typically, the more protein your body's able to tolerate. The less muscle tissue, you may need lower protein, higher fat. And it's a very low carbohydrate diet. So roughly about 5% of your diet will be carbohydrates. The main foods you consume include healthy fat sources like we discussed, and we'll go into much greater detail in later episodes. You'll also consume non-starchy vegetables. This is things like broccoli, cauliflower, and asparagus. I love to consume a lot of herbs. The herbs don't have any calories. They're not gonna impact our blood sugar. And we're also gonna talk about low glycemic fruit like lemons and limes, right? These are the things we can consume. One of the most basic and profound benefits of a ketogenic diet is that it drastically lowers inflammation, which is essentially an immune response in the body. This is because high blood sugar and high insulin activate inflammation in the body. By providing ketones to the body's cells and keeping both sugar and insulin low, the immune system is able to remain calm and keep inflammatory pathways suppressed. This process allows for greater energy production and an overall more efficiently functioning body that's better able to repair and heal itself.
My psoriasis is like, I'm at 90% better. It's not completely gone, but it's getting real close to be gone. And I know it takes time to heal my gut, you know, to try to get that better. My psoriatic arthritis, I've maybe had twice in the last almost 3 years that I've hurt, maybe. And it's like, I don't even claim that. I don't even claim that I have that anymore. So, and my cholesterol is wonderful, my blood work is wonderful. My acid reflux, totally gone. I don't even know what acid reflux is anymore, I haven't had that. That was one of the first things that went and never came back.
Hey, I'm Dr. David Jockers, doctor of natural medicine. And if you're looking to improve your health so you can look and feel your best, have your best brain, less pain, have more energy, then go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button. That way you get notified whenever I put up a new video. Thanks so much for doing that. Thank you for being a part of our community.